Hello everyone, we are here today at Homestead, Miami Speedway for the third race in the LRL Truck Series as these drivers are already putting in their qualifying laps. We're looking at Eric Keplinger right now, kind of had the top 5 right here. Brendan Timing goes P number 1, Chad Adams behind him. Heater to the top of the board now. So as we will get the ticker up right here, kind of see Heater up in the lead right now. Will Keplinger up his lap time? No, he won't. Keplinger up to second. 2/10 off of Heater right now. Heater on a pretty good lap right now. Can you get even faster? It looks like he's running that bottom line. As like I said, we are in qualifying. He goes right up against the wall. Almost hits him. It's the outside wall. As he crosses the line, will he go any faster? Yes, he will. A few tenths faster. He wrecks across the line. Eric Keplinger coming across the line. Will he go faster on his qualifying lap? Yes, he will too, but it's not enough as Michael Rosero actually gets by. Actually, no, he was for a second by Eric Keplinger, but Keplinger brings it within a tenth. You have Josh Hughes qualifying. Tyler Tomasi was qualifying, I believe. Jalen Battle qualifying right now. See him crossing the line right there. I think that was his first lap as he gets up to second with a 32.6. He's about 400 off of Eric Keeter as we're running on board with him right now. Down the back straightaway. And his Chevrolet Silverado. As he go down into turn number 3 and 4. Will he be able to best Eric Keeter's lap time? As he's going up to about 160 miles per hour down the front straightaway. That 48 machine, will he be able to get Heater? Yes, he will, I think. And Jalen Battle to the top of the board here in qualifying by 200ths of a second. Josh Hughes coming up for a second lap right here is a 2/10 off of Eric Heater, or Jalen Battle now, excuse me. I don't know if these 2 laps are ready. I believe this is a second lap. If I am... Yes, I do believe this is a second lap as he's going on the middle group, kind of. He's in 5th place right now. Had a good run in the Legend Series yesterday with the 7-point duels. Coming off the corner. Looks a little shaky. I don't think that was a good lap right there. Yeah, no, it was not. As I don't believe anyone else is going to be trying to attempt to beat Jalen Battles' lap as we have about a minute left in qualifying. And let's take a quick look at our results so far. For qualifying, 7 drivers qualified. I think we have about 11 drivers in the race. Jalen Battle right now in the lead, and I don't know if anyone else is on track, and it doesn't look like it. So it looks like Jalen Battle will be our pole position right now, as no, it does not look like anyone else will be on the racetrack. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the pace laps. as we are here live at Miami as the pace car is about to pull off. A few people starting in the pits on accident as green flag is out and we are racing here at Homestead. Jalen Battle gonna lead us to the green flag as Chad Adams on the outside. They're already 3 wide in the back as I don't. No, that's actually Aaron Brown. My bad. No, that's Chad Adams. Aaron Brown in the 51. Can kind of get me confused. As Aaron loses it. He does save it though. As Michael Rosero and Eric Keeter. Right there is Keplinger also sadly through as Blake Trolwick takes the race lead. He did not qualify, so not sure how he got up there. I think it's because all those people missed the grid. But right now we're complete lap number 1. Blake Trolwick up in the race lead. Jalen Battle second. Chad Adams third, side by side with Brendan Timon on the outside in that 34 Coca-Cola machine. As Chad gets a little tight, almost trips up into Brendan Timon. As tonight's race is a little bit different. It's not going to be exactly a halfway caution. It will be on lap 45, on the end of lap 45. Just trying to shake things up, you know, not have it always be on the halfway caution. And also we're going to see some green flag pit stops most likely if we go green to the stage. As Jalen Battle getting chased down by Brendan Timon. Timon looking pretty aggressive here early. They do have about, I think, 4 extra tire sets for tonight's race as Tyler Tomasi goes to the inside of Chad Adams. No Brown kind of in the back a little bit. Josh Hughes behind him as Eric Keeter, Michael Rosero in the back who's starting in the pits. We're hoping for probably a caution here early on in today's race. It's Tyler Tomasi on the bottom of the track, still trying to work around Chad Adams, but Chad's going to get a good run on the outside. And he'll clear Tomasi on the exit as he gets a pretty good run going down the turn one as Keplinger back onto the track. I think it's going to be 4 laps down, so that's going to be really tough for him to make up in this race. But we do have the stage caution as, here comes Chad Adams looking to the inside of Brendan Timon for that 3rd place position. It's going to be kind of tough to pass on this inside. As you can see, Brendan, it's a good run. He's going to try to look to the outside of Jalen Battle for a 2nd place position. And with these stage points this season, like I've been mentioning a lot, these stage points really matter for these drivers, especially going to this chase format. You definitely want to be up there. Well, especially for the chase. In the chase, points really matter. There's not really a seeding for the chase format in itself, but in the chase, it definitely does matter. But Tyler Tomasi on the outside of Chad Adams, looking to get by up to 4th. As they're still mostly single file through the pack, as like I said, half the drivers are kind of in the back who had some connection issues. So right now we're on lap 6, and so far it's pretty clean as Chad Adams again going to the inside of Tyler Tomasi. It looks like it's kind of multi-group racing, but the outside's a little bit more dominant, but the inside does hold itself pretty good as Aaron Brown battling with Josh Hughes behind as he's right on the back bumper. I've got number 8 machine. I think that's a Chevy Silverado. Not I think the 8 car. That's a Toyota behind him. And Blake Trolwick right now in the race lead, but behind him Jalen Battle. So these 2 drivers out in front here at Homestead. And they're pulling away from the rest of the field a little bit, but Tyler Tomasi having a pretty strong day so far. He started 9th, got some help with those people not gridding as Tyler Tomasi gets by Brendan Timon, but Timon gets into the outside wall on the entry as gets up to 3rd place. He's made up about 6 positions on this start. He's going to try to chase down the leaders as it should be update places. Yep, there it is. 6 places at the start as Timon looking to the inside yet again. And we kind of see this multi-group racing here at Homestead. Pretty good as the outside is a little bit more of a, it's not really a passing opportunity, it's more of a pinch. You can pinch him down a little bit more and you can get kind of defend as there's a battle for the race lead. Blake Trolwick and Jalen Battle right up ahead. As on exit the corner, Trolwick gets the run, but Jalen's going to have some draft down the front straightaway. As so far we're 9 laps into this race and Jalen looked to the outside for a second there, but not going to be enough for him to make a move. As there he goes to the inside as we have some battles behind there. Chad Adams and Brendan Timon for fourth place position, and Blake gives up the spot, checks up a little bit early, probably realizing Jones a little bit faster, and he can probably save a little bit of tires possibly with this long run coming up, as I'm not sure exactly what the fuel window is, but that could play a factor into tonight's race. We saw a little bit at Charlotte, a little bit of pit stop strategy. Not really fuel strategy, but definitely pit stop strategy. Aaron Brown pitted early and just couldn't hang on for that race win, as Eric Heater got by him at Charlotte. And last week, Southern National, we saw Michael Rosero get the overtime win at the first short track of the season. As right now, these two drivers pulling away big time, but we have a battle back in here as there's some contact. Oh, as the 8 hits the outside wall, but up in front of him, Chad Adams on the inside of Brendan Timon. These two have been fighting all race long so far in these short 10 laps. Oh, Aaron to the back bumper of Brendan. I'm not sure he meant to do that, but that checks up a whole lot. That checks him up a whole lot, and that's really gonna make him go pretty slow and lose time with Chad Adams, who's about a second ahead of him right now. So that's gonna lose him a lot of time, like I said. But Tyler Tomasi, kind of losing on the leaders a little bit. Let's see what he does this time by. About the same as Blake Tralwick and Jalen Battle ahead. As kind of see the different lines. Blake kind of running in the middle, higher groove than Jalen, trying to probably get a good run on the exit. As Jalen kind of breaking the drops a little bit, running that middle line is Aaron Brown gets by Brendan Timon. Is behind Timon is Eric Keplinger, as he's going to run the very outside, see if this works. He has a little bit fresher tires than Timon, as I think one car hit the wall. Was it the 8 car possibly? I don't. Well, it was not. As Michael Rosero and Eric Keeter back here, it's not going to be a good point save for them, as they're already losing out. As I think those are the 1-2. I think first place in the point standing, Eric Keeter, I believe, and I think Michael's like in the top 5. I believe Aaron Brown's actually second in the points, if I am correct. So, good day for Aaron Brown so far. He's up to 5th. Can he get by Chad Adams, though, as Eric Keplinger gets by Brendan Timon as a lap car. So he's going to try to work his places back. I think he's 3-4 laps down, it says. Not exactly sure which one's exactly right. But right now, battle for the race lead still on. About 2 tenths between these drivers up front. As we're about 15 laps into this race, we saw the pit run though was about 25 laps at Charlotte, and I think there's a little bit more fuel in this tank here at Homestead, so we'll probably see pit stops around lap 30, I'm guessing, depending on how much draft you have. But as the field's so separated, since like I said at the beginning, a lot of times a lot of people starting the pits, as Aaron Brown looking to the outside of Chad Adams, Keplinger in the lap car behind him. Running that very outside, kind of the old-fashioned iRacing, multi-group racing that we like to see, as Aaron Brown gets by Chad Adams for that 4th place position, and that's 2 extra points for Aaron Brown if he can keep this position up. And with these 4 tire sets, if you go green the whole way, they definitely won't have to use that many tire sets. Tomasi kind of losing time on these leaders up ahead. He might be trying to save a little bit of fuel, possibly, as Eric Keplinger goes to the inside of Aaron Brown. As you just see how many different lines there are here at Homestead with these trucks. Tomasi running the bottom a little bit more, Aaron Keplinger kind of running the middle top, and Jalen and Blake kind of running the middle. So Blake running a little bit higher, as you can see Tomasi just hugging that little white kind of lighter portion of the track with his left front tire. As we are on lap number 16 right now. We're going to make that 17 of 75. And like I said, it's a little bit different this race. Stage is going to be on lap 45. So it should shake things up a little bit. Tomasi, I think, linked for a second there. He is getting on the leaders now. Jalen about 2 tenths slower than Tyler Tomasi last time by. But let's do a little bit of a crank it up here at Homestead. Wait, actually, never mind. We don't have the camera for that. Well, I mean, we can go on board with the Jalen Battle here, our race leader. As we are back here at Homestead with that little crank it up, Blake Trowick closing the gap on Jalen Battle right here in this 48 Lowe's machine. The gap was about 5/10 and now it's closing to about 3/10. There's also Tyler Tomasi catching up. All three of these drivers are catching up. Eric Keplinger, Tyler Tomasi, and Brown is Keplinger trying to get that lap back as he, like I said, he threw at the beginning of the session. But we're on board on the nose of Blake Trowick as he's really closed the gap between these drivers up ahead. And last time by, they were about 2 seconds slower than their fastest lap. So it's a lot of tire wear here at Homestead, Miami. And we might see some pit stops soon as no one has pitted yet. As no. It's because they started in the pits. My bad. I was gonna say Michael Rosero and Eric Keeter already pitted, but it's because they started in the pit lane. But as we're on board with Jalen Battles. Oh, here comes Blake Trowick speaking of pit stops, and oh, he gets a bit loose and not the greatest pit entry as that's gonna be a pretty early pit stop compared to everyone else. As that's a very aggressive move there down the pit lane. See if anyone else is going to take that move into the pits. It doesn't look like it. Will Jalen Battle going down the pit lane with that 4-second gap just on Tyler Tomasi and Aaron Brown up to third now. And it looks like pit stops are looming here. Will Jalen Battle, we hear him shifting. There he goes down the pit lane. Will Tyler Tomasi follow? Jalen doesn't see in the pits, it seems like, as they go by behind him. Chad Adam pits here. No, he doesn't. Brendan Timon doesn't. Josh Hughes, will he pit? He's slowing down, and I think he was thinking about pitting there, but just missed it. Pit entries. Eric Keeter really caught up and got by Michael Rosero's Jalen Battle. I think exiting pit lane soon here. But will he beat Blake Trowick, as Blake Trowick has a lot of lap traffic to manage, as Aaron Brown and Tyler Tomasi may be pitting right here as they're on the low side, and yes they do. They both pit. Will Aaron... Oh, Tomasi sideways! Spinning in the pits. No caution is out as Aaron almost avoids him as Chad Adams, I think, decided to pit almost. I think he was assigned to pit there, but pitted a little too late. Maybe, yeah, he was trying to pit and he just kind of messed up there, and now he's our race leader. As Aaron Brown in the pits right here, Tyler Tomasi with that big slide going to cost him a lot of time. And our leader right now, Blake Trowick, 2 seconds over Jalen Battle, so that 1 lap put Trowick ahead of Jalen Battle for this stage position. It gives Keplinger a little bit of a comfort room. If he gets a caution right here, he could be in really good shape. Chad Adams still not pitting yet. Brendan Timon down pit lane right now. Eric Keeter still not on pit lane, up to second. Josh Hughes third. As Brendan Timon, like I said, down pit lane. Aaron Brown out seventh. Jalen Battle way up ahead. Tyler Tomasi coming off the pit lane right now. Chad Adams just lapped him right up ahead. So right now Chad Adams running about 2.5 seconds slower than he did on his fastest lap. So there he goes. He's going to be pitting right here on lap 27. So we kind of see the pit window here. You can make it to the stage if you just pit as a one stopper for the stage. So Eric here is still staying out. Has Michael Rosero pitted? And yes, he has. Michael Rosero has pitted. Keplinger has not pitted so far. He's probably going to push as long as he can on this set of tires and try to get one lap back. But in time on the exit pit lane, Mike Rosero off his tire. Tomasi blinks for a second there. As Chad Adams, Josh Hughes on pit lane. Don't look like they have too bad damage. I think the 8 scraped the outside wall, I believe. Let's look at his right front right here. Doesn't look like some bad damage. Doesn't look like he's good taking the fast repair. He'll probably fix it up during the stage caution. But I don't know if it's a fast repair worthy. So Mike Rosero gets by him. As these guys are almost a lap down actually. As Heater down pit lane. Blake Trowick by on lap 30. Jalen Battle, like I said, 2 seconds behind as Eric Heater still in the pit lane. I think he qualified second. And like I said, he had to start in the back since technical difficulties. But Aaron Brown up to third. So that pit cycle really helped him, but it kind of hurt Tyler Tomasi as he's down to fourth. He only lost a position, but that one position could really help him in the championship hunt. At least the more points you get right now, the better you'll be set up for later in the next few races. And next week, speaking of, I believe we go to where do we go to next? I believe we go to the Scuba next week, and yes, we do. That should be a really good race there. Kind of like a short track road course style racing. We saw it kind of at Summit Point in the Legends, so that should be a fun one to watch out for. As Aaron Brown third place, like I said, that's probably the biggest mover into the race. Is Brendan Timon going to be battling with Eric Keeter, Michael Rosero behind. So this is a 4-car battle for his stage finish, or not stage finish. Well, yeah, I guess stage points. Stage finish kind of. So Heater looking to run a by on the inside. I think he might be trying to save his tires. Remember, we still have 15 laps to go into the stage with this new stage rule. It's about 7 laps later than we would have the normal stage at, which would be like around 38, I think. So right now, Brendan Timon up to 5th. We saw him up to 3rd earlier on in the race, but with that calm long run, I think he kind of killed his tires. Seems like Eric Keeter really saving his tires pretty well, as Blake Trowick coming up on some lap traffic. Eric Keeter obviously still out, but Eric Keplinger down into the pits, as he's going to probably lose a lap here as Blake Trowick enters turn 3 and 4. As he's coming off of turn 3 and 4, Josh Hughes right ahead of him. Obviously, there's not really a lap car rule that we have in LRL, but it'd probably be nice if the lap car kind of went high or low, wherever the leader wants them, but not there yet. As we still have a battle for his 5th place position, Chad Adams and Brendan Timon battling back here for his stage points. As Chad Adams on the outside, gonna get a good run while he look to the inside in turn 1 and 2. Kind of stalled out the run right there. It seems like kind of like that dirty air we saw at real life Kansas. But Chad looking high, trying to get another run off the exit. Kind of diamonding the corner a little bit on the exit there. And Heater still trying to save tires. I don't know if it's gonna. I mean, 10 laps is a lot for these trucks, especially the wear that we saw earlier on in this race. A lot of tire wears. Right now they are already down about 6/10 on their fastest lap. Blake Trowick about 6/10 slower than his fastest lap this race. Chad Adams about 4/10. So these guys are a little bit faster than their leaders, but they're a little bit too far back. As there goes Chad Adams to the inside. Eric Kepling up ahead with fresher tires. He'll probably be able to pull away a little bit. These guys have about 7 lap older tires than him, but Keplinger goes to the high side, gonna get out of their way as Chad Adams gets pinched a little bit on the center of the corner by Brendan Timon. Timon gets that lap, I guess not led, but whatever, ahead of Chad Adams as Chad really sends it in there, and it's stuck, and Brendan Timon kind of backed. I think what he thought there, Chad was gonna kind of overshoot a little bit, but Chad sticks the corner and he gets a really good exit down the back straightaway as he's pulled away a little bit from Brendan Timon, as Jalen Bell is catching Blake Trolwick about a few tenths per lap here. So we could see a little bit of a battle for this stage win on these last few laps, and Josh still ahead of the leader here. That could really help the leader kind of. It could help and hurt. We saw last time we had a 1.5 mile track, Aaron Brown was behind a lap car, and it kind of helped him a little bit, kind of got him some draft, but the lap car was a little slow once the tires wore off, and it kind of hurt him too. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out here at Homestead. Michael Rosero closing in on Brendan Timon, and also he's closing on Chad Adams. And Michael Rosero, last week's winner at Southern National, probably looking to get some more good points, and right now he's looking for 2 solid stage points here for that 5th place position. And he's chasing down Brendan Timon, so if he can get by Brendan pretty easily, I think he might have a chance to get by Chad Adams, as Michael Rosero blinks for a second there. Oh, Timon in the outside wall. You kind of see the sparks from the scrapes, but he still gets a really good run through the center of that corner, but not good enough to hang on the outside of Michael Rosero. Rosero gets by cleanly, as Timon right behind. As Rosero really around this top side, we haven't really seen that much of the top side. The very, very top, I don't think. The middle top works pretty well, but the very top that we saw Rosero run right there, we haven't really seen all night long, as you kind of see on this blimp view, kind of see the rubber game put down. You kind of see a little bit of a line right there, that little rubber game put down, and that inside really rubbered in, as you kind of see on the front stretch too. I don't know if that's exactly rubber, but I'm not, whatnot, it doesn't really matter, because these guys run about 39 laps so far on this track, and if they rubber on the outside, it could probably work a lot better than earlier in the race. So the more they run on the outside, the more it's going to get better, hopefully. But iRacing does have a kind of a broken tire model and a track model, so I don't know exactly if that works well with this V7 tire model, as we've had it for, I think, about 10 months so far in 2020. So right now, Michael Rosero pulling away from Brendan Timon, about a second behind, and a second ahead of him is Chad Adams for stage points. And like I said before, Jalen is closing in on Blake Trolwick, as Trolwick gets by the lap car, but also that means Jalen's gonna have to get by the lap car right here. And it's Josh Hughes. 1 lap down is Heater. I think he's still saving his tires. I don't know exactly why, because I mean, you still have like 4 sets of tires? No, 3 sets of tires left. So I mean, those tire sets really, I mean, don't really matter that much, especially since you've done about 15 laps here. But lap 42 right now, and Jalen closing in about 1.5 seconds from him to Blake, as Michael Rosero kind of losing time on Chad Adams. Trying to make the outside work. I don't know if it's just he can't make the inside work or whatnot, but not going to be enough for Michael Rosero to catch Chad Adams unless Chad makes a pretty big mistake here. And the lap car is catching back up to our leader, Blake Trolwick, as this could be a sign, as if the lap car does battle Trolwick to try to get his lap back, that could really hurt Blake right here, as Josh looks to kind of staying behind him, gain some draft here, as the gap's down to 1.2 seconds. As we're coming to 2 laps to go this time by, and at this rate, Blake's going to be able to hold him off, but if this lap car gets involved, it might be a different story. It's coming, 2 laps to go in the stage. But as we're coming to the white flag this time by, Jalen only gained about 3/10 last time by. If the lap car, like I said, gets up there, and I don't think he will be able to, could hold up Blake Trowick, and Chad Adams could get, not Chad Adams, my bad, Jalen Battle could get by. But it looks like I don't think it will be enough, as we see Heater in the distance there. So as they've been told, the white flag is out for the stage. Blake Trowick cruising to stage win, I believe, number 1 of the season. As he's going to be crossing the line right here. Actually, oh, he slows down. He got a bit loose, I think, clipping the apron. Actually, I think he might have let the lap car by, which is okay, as Chad Adams in 5th. Gonna wait for him to cross the line before the caution flag flies here at Homestead, as Chad Adams is gonna be crossing the line here at 5th place, and the caution is out, and that is gonna wrap up the stage. And what a stage that was! A lot of strategy called there, and that really helped Blake Trowick get out front to about a second lead, but he was getting clawed by Jalen Battle. If Jalen had about 5 more laps, I think he would have gone by Blake Trowick. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. As we are back here at Homestead Miami Speedway with about 25 laps to go. That's going to be right on the fuel window for these drivers. We saw some of them make about 20, I think 27 laps, I think, on fuel about. So I think they can definitely make it. But Heater, interesting strategy called by him. He pitted again. But these cars all bunched up, unlike last time with Heater and Michael, one of the fastest drivers, two of the fastest drivers on the racetrack, kind of in the back, and with that pit road connection there. So as the pace car is off, and we're green here at Homestead, making sure all the black flags are clear from the choose cone, as most drivers kind of choose where they were going to end up as they're side by side for the race each. Oh, Jalen Battle gets a bit loose. It's going to allow Tyler Tomasi the slot into second. Oh, Blake Trowick hits the wall and they're wrecking. As there's no caution out, as iRacing didn't throw one right there, as Blake has to get by as Aaron Brown, your race leader right now, side by side with Tyler Tomasi. Brendan Timon behind Eric Heater in fourth, Chad Adams fifth. He might have got some damage there. Mike Rosero in sixth, and everyone else. Jalen in the pits. Blake Trowick, will he pit right here? As that was a major. These guys got pretty loose there. As Aaron Brown side by side with Tyler Tomasi, as that was a pretty major wreck there. I'm not sure. I think a few people got hit. I don't know if they're out of the race exactly, but a lot of people got hit there, as no caution is flown from iRacing's end. So Jalen Battle in pit lane, fixing up some of his damage. He'll obviously get to wave around. If he does, there does be I can't speak. Oh my god! If there ends up being a caution, as the field's pretty separated, as Josh Hughes goes down the pits. So I think he's paying for damage there. Aaron Brown second. Heater in third, lurking. We saw him kind of saving his tires there at the end of that last stage. As right in front of him, Aaron Brown and Tyler Tomasi. Tomasi kind of lingering in fourth and third, same with Aaron. So they've kind of got lucky that those two front runners, Jalen Battle and Blake Trowick, kind of wrecked right there. So kind of unlucky for those two. I think Jalen got loose and Blake obviously got loose and hit the wall. So right now it's these two drivers up front with about 20 laps to go. As Aaron looks to the peaks to the inside, not going to be enough momentum there for him to get by. Jalen Battle still in the pit lane. Did he not take his fast repair or whatnot? It doesn't look like he did. It's going to be really unfortunate for him. Eric Kepplinger 2 laps down. And Josh Hughes only 1 lap down. So they'll get the wave around. They'll only get 1 wave around per caution, since you're like, I think 2 laps down or something like that. So Aaron Brown still trying to look by Tyler Tomasi with 20 laps to go. Tomasi blinks for a second there as he reappears ahead of Aaron. As Eric Heater, I think, is chasing him down. Last time by, he was a 3/10 quicker than everyone on the racetrack, actually, including his front two, as we're going to go on board quickly with Eric Heater on his nose cam. As we are back here, Aaron Brown still trying to get by Tyler Tomasi some way, as Mega Rosero up to 5th after that wreck, and Brendan Timon 4th, where I think he was been running mostly all race long 4th, 5th, 6th, around there. But these two battling for the race lead. We saw this at Charlotte last week, or not last, 2 weeks ago. These kind of 3 drivers were battling also, but kind of a little bit different situation. No one really has any different tire sets. But Heater did pit on the 1 lap to go under caution, so he might be a little bit more good on fuel than these drivers ahead of him. And he's kind of running the outside a little bit more, maybe saving his tires a tiny bit more than these drivers up ahead. Aaron looking for redemption after crashing on the overtime restart last week at Southern National. He had a really good chance to win. He actually got a really good restart. He took it 3 wide and just I'm not exactly remember what happened, but there was a wreck for the I think second place position that he was in. So you gotta try to get redemption. And for Charlotte, he was in the lead for the last like 15 laps, but his tires just kind of got killed, and he couldn't hold off Eric Keeter and Jalen Battle and company. But Aaron, with 15 laps to go, he could get his first truck win in LRL history, as Tyler Tomasi up ahead, looking to challenge for Eric Keeter on getting a win and Michael Rosero on getting a win. So it'd be 3 different winners this race, this season, if Keeter does not win or Michael doesn't. But it looks like Eric Keeter closing the gap just a little bit per lap, as Aaron Brown just on the back bumper of Tyler Tomasi. I don't know if Aaron's really he's just gonna settle for a second. We saw, like I said, bring up Charlotte a lot, but that was the last 1.5 mile track we went to. Heater put the bumper to the back of Jalen and moved him up the racetrack. Could we see the same here from Aaron Brown at Homestead? With 15 laps to go, anything can happen with these front drivers. Because they don't really have any battles in the back, as Keplinger's kind of running behind Michael Rosero. Tyler Tomasi still holding off Aaron Brown. Let's go to the back bumper of Tyler Tomasi. Aaron Brown all over that back bumper in his Toyota Tundra, I think 51 machine, custom number. You guys see Eric Keeter also looking in the background there. I think he's also in the Toyota too. But Aaron gets a really good run where we look to the inside here. Kind of stalls out at the end there. We kind of saw that in real life. I don't know if they really added that to iRacing, or Aaron just kind of lifted and saved a little bit of fuel. But they're running the bottom compared to Heater running the top, as Aaron has a huge run. He looked to the inside. There he goes. To the inside goes Aaron Brown for the race lead. On lap 63, Aaron sends it into the corner. Will it stick? And yes, it will. But Tyler gonna look for the crossover on the bottom. Will it be enough? He almost gets there, and nope, it's not. But he has a good run. Will he look to the inside again? And here, like I said, looking in the background, could maybe take advantage of these two fighting. Kind of like a 2013 Fontana situation. Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin fighting up front as Heater is closing. As it looks like Aaron Brown pulled away a little bit on Tyler Tomasi, but is Aaron pushing his tires a little bit too much compared to these drivers up behind? We saw, like I said, bringing up Charlotte again, we saw that Charlotte. Aaron pushed his tires a little bit too much, and that allowed the other drivers to get by him. So Aaron looking to get his first win of the season. As Tomasi all over the back bumper of Aaron Brown and Heater, still using the outside line. I don't know if it's saving him tires, as Aaron actually down pit lane. Aaron is down pit lane, so Tyler Tomasi had to check up there, because I think that was a late pit stop there. As they're side by side for the race lead. Eric Heater now back single file as Tyler Tomasi blinks a little bit there. So it looks like Aaron Brown was not good on fuel, but if this strategy plays out, he might have actually had a penalty. His pit stop, actually no, his pit stop took about 14.5 seconds. But this could really change on the dynamic of this race if they all had to pit And late in this race, as Heater, like I said, pitted on that one to green pit stop with he has about 2 laps more fuel under caution, so about one, I guess, the green flag lap. So Tomasi's still in the race lead. Will he have to pit here? So that's gonna be the question. If he doesn't, then it's gonna be him versus Heater. As Heater looks to the outside, not gonna make it stick. Actually, no, he does. He actually does a really good job. Actually, I thought it was gonna get a little bit more tight than I actually thought. But Aaron Brown 1 lap down. He has a caution right here. That's not gonna be good for that number 1851 driver. So Heater with a massive run yet again, gonna back off a little bit early here. 7 laps to go. They have about a 10-second lead over Mike Roseros, and Roseros getting a big shove from Eric Keplinger, who is all 2 laps down. He needs about 2 more cautions to be at all in contention for this race. But Aaron, if these drivers have to pit, Aaron is going to win this race, because they're going to have to pit pretty late with about 5 laps to go. And that's not going to be enough time to catch up to Aaron Brown, as Aaron really catching these drivers about 2 seconds per lap. As I believe there is lap traffic ahead. Blake Trawick, a little damage in the 56 machine. As here comes Aaron Brown on these fresh tires. Go look to the inside of Eric Keplinger, Eric Heater, and Tyler Tomasi. As he goes by pretty easily. As if he has a caution right here, that's not going to be good for that 51 machine. But here, with a massive run on the outside, he looks to the inside of Tyler Tomasi. Has anyone else decided to make a pit stop yet? I don't believe so. But they're side by side for the race lead. 5 laps to go at Homestead. Heater gets by Tomasi, and he's pulling away. He has about 3/10 gap right now to Tyler Tomasi. So we look on the gearbox of Eric Heater. As you can see, a lot of lap traffic up ahead from this grandstand point of view as Heater riding the outside wall. We haven't really seen that much in iRacing lately, but looks like the outside's looking pretty good for Eric Heater. And same with Tyler Tomasi. I don't know if Tomasi can really run the outside as good as Heater. It just doesn't seem like he can. Just can't get the run off the corner like Heater can. But about 3 laps to go. Will they have enough fuel to make it? That's going to be the big question here, as these lap cars go low. Chad Adams, I believe, and Blake Trawick staying low for these leaders. Will they pit right here? No, they won't. Thought the lap cars might have pitted right there. 3 laps to go. Will Aaron Brown's strategy not work out for him, or will he be able to get up in that top 3 position? Will Michael Rosario, Brendan Timon, and Tyler Tomasi have to pit here? But right now, Heater has a pretty massive lead. Unless a caution comes out, I don't know if Tomasi will be able to pass him. But Tomasi looking to the low side. Will he be pitting this time? It's the first time he's really went low this whole race, and he will not. So I doubt we're going to have his green flag pit stop for Tyler Tomasi. As Aaron Brown's pit stop strategy, I don't know if that's going to work unless we have a caution late in this race. But even if that didn't really work, according to plan. So Eric Heater on the exit of turn 1 and 2, coming to the back straightaway, and now into 3 and 4. Heater has not been up front for most of this race, but only for about 7 laps. He's going to be crossing the line. If he can hold on one more lap, he'll be leading 7 laps here at Homestead. And Tyler Tomasi in second. Will he have enough fuel to make it? It looks like he's really saving. He's bringing the time in ahead as Aaron Brown strategy just didn't work. We might pull him in the booth, even though top 3 interviews, just to see what he was thinking there. But coming off the final corner, Tomasi hits the wall. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but Heater was a little bit too far ahead for a bumping run. But Tara Tomasi ends up second. Heater will win here at Homestead. Michael gonna be third place as he's riding the wall. Side by side with Eric Keplinger, who I think finished in a disappointing ninth place after internet issues. And Brendan Timon coming off the final corner. Gonna be bringing it home in the fourth place in that Coca-Cola racing machine. And Aaron Brown with that interesting pit stop strategy, bringing it home in fifth after leading kind of the second half of that stage right there, or the first half of the stage, my bad. As Eric Heater will win here at Homestead. I believe it his 33rd career win and his fifth overall win this season. As he's gonna be burning it down here at Homestead, Miami. As we'll be right back with our top 3 interviews in today's race. As we're back here at home, so we're gonna be bringing in our top three finishers as Eric here, our winner here today at Homestead. As we'll bring him in here. Hello, Eric. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So you win after only being 7 laps, the 7 last laps of this race. What was your game strategy in the second half of this race after the stage caution?
Yeah, I was just trying to make sure I had enough fuel. I was pretty sure we were all right, but I just pitted a few extra times just to make sure. And then from there, I was just saving tires behind Aaron and Tyler. And Aaron kept saying that he wasn't good on fuel, but I thought he was just bluffing. So when he said on the backstretch he's coming into pit, I was really surprised. And then I don't know if Tyler didn't believe him either or what, but he stayed right behind him, and that slowed him up, and I was able to get up and start battling him. But at that point, I wasn't really ready, so I was just kind of just either staying side by side with him or just behind him, just saving the tires. And then towards that last run, once I got by him pretty easily, I was just trying lines to see if the top was coming in yet, because I felt really, really comfortable at the end of that last run running the top. I felt like I could run up against the wall, run on that seam, run basically anywhere up top, and the bottom started to go off for me. So I was just making sure that I wasn't using the bottom up and burning off my tires. But yeah, I don't know. The first half of that race was pretty rough. Obviously, I missed the grid, even though it was at 40 seconds when I clicked the button. But so I was just there with Michael for a good while, and I just wanted to get the lead lap because I wasn't sure if I was gonna go a lap down or not, because I did want to save the tire set just in case we had some yellows in the last half. But it didn't go that way. We had a wreck, but somehow iRacing decided that that wasn't a yellow, so pretty interesting.
Yep, and
But
anyone. Oh no, you can.
otherwise, it was a pretty fun race. As for thanking people, I'd like to thank Tyler for racing me clean there. Aaron, all the guys who were up there up front, and that I had to go through on that restart. So yeah, it was a pretty fun race. I feel bad that Jalen wasn't up there towards the end. He just got really unlucky there. He dominated most of the race until we pitted there, so really unfortunate. But hopefully, we'll see him next week again.
Yep, and we'll see you this Friday at Tsukuba in the DP series.
Yep.
So it was Eric here, and I think Tyler Tomasi rounds himself in the second place position. So we'll drag him in right here. Give me a moment. Okay, let's drag him in right here. Hello, Tyler. Got a copy? Hello, Tyler. Are you there? So it seems like he's not there. So we'll bring in our third place finisher, Michael Rosero. That 23 machine. Hello, Michael. Got a copy?
Yes, I do.
So kind of got unlucky with that first well, not even getting out of the grid. You got stuck on the pits right there at the beginning. You had to work your way up the third place, and how did you manage that in 75 laps?
Well, 50% of that was Eric Keplinger. I mean, shout out to him. He was like pushing me, well, even though I had engine damage, but it was still making a factor. So shout out to Keplinger. And also, I guess I just got lucky. I mean, I still probably would have been up there if it weren't for that 8 car just slammed who didn't know what brakes were. But we still got third, and I'll take a third place.
Yeah, going into next week at the Scuba, you're probably one of the favorites actually, since you're kind of a good road course racer. What's your thoughts on next week going to the Scuba? for some right handlers.
I'm actually very excited for next week. That's going to be a good race, and hopefully we'll be at the end and get the job done with a win.
Yep, and we saw yesterday you were really good in the legend, so should be fun to see you at Tsukuba. Anyone you'd like to thank for tonight's good run? Well, I mean, kind of like Keblinger, but anyone else you want to thank?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, everyone.
Yep, and congrats on your third place position here at Homestead.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, that was Mike Reserve. We'll go pull in Aaron Brown for his question about some of his pit stop strategy there. We kind of talked about Heater about not making enough fuel. Kind of want to get Aaron Brown's thoughts on that. Hello, Aaron. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
So you round yourself up to fifth after pitting there late in the race with 10 laps to go. We heard from Heater's interview that you didn't think you were going to fuel. Did you just miscalculate, or was that true?
I wasn't good on fuel. It was 5 laps short. So when we go into the stage 1, we weren't gonna make it. Took half a tank, and I pitted 15 laps before the 20 laps. I thought it was 15, but it ended up being 45. Lap 45 was the stage. I took enough for 15 laps. Luckily, I was like running out of fuel when I pitted, so I had about another lap. And I forgot to take a full tank of fuel. I only took about 8 gallons. So, yeah, that's happened. So I only went about, and then I was about 5 laps short. And the race was a little bit longer, like 5 laps longer. It would have feel like 5 laps longer. I probably could have won, but I don't know. I nearly got fourth there, about 4 seconds back from Brendan. So, just made a mistake again, and just gonna screwed up again, and just gonna end up finishing not where I want to.
You did get some good stage points there, getting third and fifth, so not the worst points day. Anyone you'd like to thank for tonight's run?
Pretty much everyone. It just, it's just mad. I screwed up so much. Or would have easily had a top 3, but just didn't take full fuel.
Yep, and we'll see you later in the DP series at the Scuba Friday. So it was Aaron Brown. Kind of disappointing. You kind of heard it in his voice there. Ranking himself at the fifth. So kind of covered our top 5, but Tyler wasn't talking, so couldn't interview him. But got most of the questions that we wanted to answer, as in the Miami 180K here. Eric Heater, obviously your winner. Tyler Tomasi second. Michael Rizzo third. Brendan Timon fourth. Aaron Brown fifth. Blake Charwick sixth. Chad Adams seventh. Josh Hughes eighth. Eric Hoppinger ninth. And rounding out your top 10, Jalen Battle, I think that's going to be it. Brent Nichols 11th. I don't know if he started a lap. But overall, that race was pretty fun. We only had like one caution. One caution of 4 laps. 10 total lead changes, and Tyler Tomas with the fastest lap of the race. So we'll see you guys on Friday in Tsukuba with the DP series. That should be a fun one.